today I'm going to be doing a huge Nars haul. I posted a picture on Instagram a few days ago of a bunch of stuff that Nars sent me, and I wasn't even planning on doing a dedicated video, but you guys all said like, please show me what you got. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't have any face makeup on, like no blush and no eyeshadow, because I thought I could try out the stuff and show you guys if I think that it would look good with what I'm wearing today. So sorry for the bed in the background. I'm in the process of changing up my studio and my bedroom and all that kind of stuff right now. So that's why you're seeing this right now. This is just an extra bedroom that we have at home. So sorry about that. But what I want to show you guys is that Nars recently launched these beautiful pro palettes. So that is just the palette itself. And you can basically build it with a pan form of all your favorite blushes, eyeshadows, pressed powders, bronzers, highlighters, like all the things that we love from Nars. Like if you guys have been following my videos for a long time, you know that Nars blushes for me is just my absolute favorite. There's nothing like that even comes close to how good Nars blushes are for me. I already own at least like 10 of them, but then Nars wanted to send me all of these and I was like, that's amazing. So they let me customize what I wanted. They basically sent me a gift card and said like, knock yourself out, buy whatever you want for the pro palette only. So I ended up buying these blushes right here, which I will show you guys in a second. And this is the second palette that I got. And in here, I have a few more blushes and then eyeshadows. So I'm not overly familiar with Nars eyeshadows. I had the Narcissus palette, which I wasn't crazy about, so I ended up selling it. So I'm a little iffy about the eyeshadows. I hope they're as good as the rest of Nars products because I'm a hardcore Nars fan. Sorry, I ended up burning myself really badly here, and I basically just ran this palette into my burn right now, so that's what I was looking at. But I thought I could show you guys what some of this stuff looks like on me. So first, really quick, the actual palette, when you buy them, it's this beautiful cardboard palette. It's got the normal Nars logo on it that I love. It looks very sleek, yet it's definitely sturdy, like it's heavy. It doesn't feel like there's nothing in here, and therefore I feel like it would be really good to travel with. There's no steel or metal or anything like that, so it's not going to just break. And I just find cardboard packaging to be the best to travel with, so I'm already sold on that front. So as far as blushes go, you can fit 9 in here at a time. And I will write all the prices down below of how much everything is. I think the palette itself is like maybe $12 or $13, I think. And then each blush obviously has its own price, and eyeshadows and stuff like that too. Unfortunately, I don't know all of that because since I bought it with a gift card, I wasn't really checking for price. But I will write down below what everything is, or annotate this video and write this up here so you guys know. But let me show you guys all the blushes. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this because all the packages and stuff are lying here. I should have probably waited to put it in here so it would be easier, but I'm gonna try to lift them out and show you guys. So this first one is very light. I wasn't even sure if this would show up on my skin, but I just thought it was such a pretty color. So this one is called Sex Appeal. It's a very light, I would say corally pink color. And that's what it looks like when I have swatched it. This kind of, I mean, the consistency is awesome. All their blushes just have an awesome consistency, but I don't think this one would really show up much in my skin. Yeah, so just a really pale pink is what this is. The next one that I got is Deep Throat. This is an oldie. I've been hearing a lot about this for a long time. And this basically is a mid-tone pink. It definitely has a coral sort of undertone to it as well. It's definitely a satin finish. And it has a little bit of glitter, but not much. So this one looks pretty. Yes, gorgeous. I'm putting it on really lightly because I want to be able to try on a lot of them for you. That's gorgeous. Love that. So that is this one right here, Deep Throat. And that's what it looks like swatched. What I have is Super Orgasm, which I hope the camera is catching this, but you guys can see the shimmer and glitter in it. I don't want to try that one on just because that's also an oldie. Most of you guys who have Orgasm probably have this too. Then this is a gorgeous one too down here. This is Amour, which I have been seeing in stores for a long time. I don't know why I didn't pick it up before. This is definitely a pretty dark pink, and I can imagine this looking amazing on olive skin tone as well as like my skin tone and even darker. That is what that looks like. Nars blushes, I mean, the consistency is just amazing. It goes on so easy. That's amazing. So this color, absolutely gorgeous. I can see this being a really good color for fall and even for summer because it is a brighter blush. So it already is like livening up my complexion, which I love. So that's that one. The next one is Angelica, which is this. This also has a bunch of gold glitter in it. It's a purplish pink. It looks like Mata Hari to me, the one that I showed you guys from my New York haul, but that one is completely matte. So the only difference here is that this has like chunky glitter, but I don't think it would be anything like crazy. Yeah, there we go. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous color. Oh my god, the pigmentation in this is insane. That is what that looks like. That looks super pretty too. This is the one that like I really had my eye on from the very beginning when I knew that I was going to be able to build my own palette. I forgot the name of it, but it just looks so pretty. This is Dolce Vita, which I love blushes like this. It's sort of got that like rusty coral sort of look. It reminds me of like Torrid, Teos. Like it would be in that category of colors here in Nars products, because if you guys have Teos and Torrid, which by the way, whenever I wear that in my videos, you guys love it. So if you guys are my skin tone, even a little bit lighter and definitely darker too, you should definitely give these like orange tones a try because they look amazing. And this is gorgeous too. Very similar to that one, but this is a shade darker, I would say, and it has some gold glitter in here, or gold sheen, like very, very light. This is Outlaw. This is another one that I definitely had my eye on. I've been seeing this one in store too. This is gorgeous. It actually swatches a bit differently than what it looks like. It looks a bit brighter in swatch form than it does as an actual blush. So it actually looks more pink when I swatched it than it does in here. And then this one is called Seduction. It's very dark. I thought that would be really pretty for the fall. So this is something I would wear like if I wanted to do just like a winged eyeliner look, not much on the lips, and I could go with a really dark blush and just wear like nude lips. So that's what I had that in mind for. Yeah, and it is true to form. It is pretty dark. Completely matte, and I love that. I mean, matte eyeshadows and matte blushes and matte everything is totally my thing right now. It helps when my skin's not doing so well, so definitely love that. Then this little bright guy right here is called Exhibit A. This looked so scary, but after I got Taj Mahal, I ended up loving it, which if you guys know about Nars products, like Taj Mahal is their blush that people always talk about that's so bright orange, but it's not. It's orange with sheen to it, with like a gold sheen to it, so it just applies differently than this, and it just looks awesome on. So once I started to love that, I thought that I could give this one a try and not be too scared. Oh my god. Okay, that is so bright. I'm gonna have to figure out how to wear this, but I think that if I could do Taj Mahal, I should be able to manage this. This, although, would look really great as a lipstick too. Like a matte lipstick, I can totally imagine wearing that. So that is it for my 9 blushes, and now let's go into the eyeshadows. So actually, well, I have another blush right here. I think this is called Lady Liberty or something. Miss Liberty. I wasn't sure what to think about this because it doesn't really look like much. So I'm going to try to just put this on top of what I have on right now and see if anything comes out. So yeah, it looks like a highlight blush type thing. So this could be sort of like the, what are those things called from Hourglass? The ambient lighting powders that you can put on top. It doesn't have like a ton to it. So if you have a blush that you wanted to make have a little bit of shine to it, this is how you could apply that and see if you like it that way. Then this is Albatross, which I was planning on buying, but it just always looks so blah to me. But I know this has got amazing reviews, you know, everywhere for Nars products. So I'm going to definitely give this a try right now. This is a highlight, and people just say it is the most beautiful highlight ever. Oh my god, that is so pigmented. I was not expecting that at all. Isn't that bad when you like don't expect it? That is gorgeous. It literally doesn't look like it's sitting on the skin. It totally looks like it's glowing from within. That's gorgeous. I'm just like sort of melting it into my blush. So it definitely has a strong golden undertone to it. So I think that if you're fair, while this looks normally like it would be really great for people with fair skin, I'm not sure if this would maybe go orange on your skin because it has that strong golden undertone, which I find in my brides, like when I use something like this, on really fair people, it tends to not really work out. Just stick to like something with like a silver undertone. But this is the most finely milled product like ever. Wow. That felt like really luxurious using it, so I already like that. Okay, so then in our eyeshadows, we've got this one right here, which is a taupey sort of color. This is Nepal. Very taupey sort of color, which I like. I love colors like that, so I'm just a little unsure about their eyeshadows and their pigmentation, but here's where that is. You can see like that little sheen to it, but I think you can see much more. So I'm curious to see what that would look like on. That shouldn't be... I mean, it's pretty, but I can't say it's like, wow. Okay, then the browns are what I was super excited about. This one is Sophia, which looks like a great color for like under the eye, which is exactly what I want to use it for. That's really pretty. That's like exactly what I wanted with this. That's perfect. I like that one a lot. This next one I was a little unsure about, but I'm really liking it when I see it in person. So it's called New York. It's sort of got that plum tone to it. I mean, it's like a dark, deep purple, but it's not like an unwearable purple. So, oh, that's really pigmented. That's a really good one. I really like how that one applied. That's really pretty. Very pigmented, very wearable. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And then the next one that we have is another dark brown. I think this is the one that people talk about saying that it's a dupe for a Bobbi Brown color. This is called Bengali. It's definitely a warm tone brown. Like I see yellow in this as opposed to red. So I'm curious as to how it's going to look on me, because I like to go with browns that have red in it. But that looks, I mean, that was super pigmented. It looks good. Ooh, that picked up so much product. It's already great quality. Wow, I really like that. Very pretty to blend everything out. That's really pretty. Okay, so that was probably the most pigmented out of all these eyeshadows that I've just tried, as well as it was definitely one of my favorites. It's a really good one. And then the next one is this really dark one, and it is called Coconut Grove. Also a brown, definitely a very dark, rich brown, almost black. It has a gray undertone to it. This is also super pigmented. Very pretty. So I'm going to use this sort of as liner. Yeah, this is also really pigmented, you guys. It's good eyeshadow. I have these little duos, like Nars does sell their eyeshadows in duos as well. This is a rose gold sort of color. This is in Kuala Lumpur. Rose gold. Looks very pretty. This reminds me of Tracks by MAC, if you guys have that. So yeah, like the undertone is the purple, and the color that you're seeing the most is that rose gold. So that's pretty. I can see this being a pretty highlighter too for my skin. That one's nice. Then I've got this purple, which is in the Kuala Lumpur one. That's really, really pretty. Oh, I don't know what the pigmentation on this one though. This is purple with a bit of gold and silver sheen. So then we also have Kalahari, which is a really pretty, I would say bronzy, or I would say more of like a dull gold color. And it definitely has sheen to it because, you know, golds are usually not flat. So this reminds me of Woodwinked by MAC. It definitely seems to have good pigmentation as well. I'm kind of thinking I might want to put this on too. Okay, not crazy about the pigmentation at all. Okay, well that was a fail. Not a huge fan of that one. Then the second one in the Kalahari duo is this one right here. This also looks like a taupe, but with a little bit more purple to it. That's pretty though. Like a grayish purple type of color. I like it, I like it. So that I can imagine being pretty on. That was also really pigmented. Now this is the one that I was like totally eyeing and looking crazy for. This is Isolde. This reminds me of Antiqued by MAC, but not quite as orange. So it's like a yellow gold type of color. It looks like it has a lot of pigmentation. Yes. Oh my god. That looks like water, like liquid metal. It looks so good. That's gorgeous. And then I have this last one, which is a rusty color, which is in the same duo, the Isolde duo. That's gorgeous. It's like a dull brassy gold. So that is that for the eyeshadows. And then the two other things which I didn't have space in my palettes for is Casino Bronzer, which you guys know that I use. I really like it and I wanted to get a backup once that's over. And then this is Mountain Pressed Powder, which is just a color of theirs, which I thought would suit my skin because for pressed powders I like to go pretty light just because they usually tend to oxidize on me. So that is it for my Nars haul. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed all the stuff that I got and maybe it has tempted you to try out some of their stuff too. You guys know I'm huge Nars fans. I was not paid for this video or anything like that. I just wanted to show you guys what I got since you guys asked for it. So thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye!